I feel like it's a point at a time. I had Afro growing up. Had a lot of hair growing up. I had like the braids, all that good jazz. So I cut it, then I started over, got the locks in college, and I think now it's like it's a different chapter. So it's Cook, and it's another Cook, now it's Cook 3.0, if you will. So that's basically where I'm at in my life, feeling good, feeling great. I appreciate it, but yeah, it's basically why I cut it.
Gotcha. So take us through your off season. I think you got short surgery soon after the season ended, and then what have you been doing kind of since then?
All right, so I got surgery January 10th. For the first month I was here, just rehabbing and whatnot with the staff, and then went down to Texas training with Cody and them, PT people, PT guys. So I think that right now just basically just being ready for the big dogs. So the camp, things like that, being better athletes. So I think it was a blessing, but it also was a curse at the same time because I definitely want to compete with everybody else, but I feel like everybody's journey is different. I think that my journey is a little altered. That's all it is. But as long as we get the same definition, we're all good.
So even though you weren't running or working out today, it seems like you're able to do some interviews and stuff like that. How have you been able to use your time even as you've been coming back from the surgery?
Yeah, like you said, a lot of interviews. I'm getting big into like reading a lot more. Reading is fundamental, and also meditating. Rise. I suggest everybody does that. This helps you out. A lot of things happen. Going to the league, there's a lot of stressors, things like that. Family, things like that. So meditating definitely helps me. Basically stay grounded, stay to myself, and understand that so you can only be where your feet are. It means like basically be present. So that's one thing that I'm doing lately so far.
Have you been hearing a lot? Had academic All-American this year. Has that been coming up in these interviews?
Not as much.
Really?
Not a bad kid about that sometimes. But my mom, she's definitely close to her because for the longest, even in high school, she's like never have a C. You're not average, don't have average grades. So I was like, all right, Mom. But now looking back at it now, it's something that you taught me when I was young. So get that award is pretty solid, pretty great, if I say to myself.
In those interviews, what kind of feedback have you gotten? What have you learned?
Just a lot about, not just about football, obviously, but a lot about life. It's a different time in my life. You grew up, you wanted to do it since you were 6 years old, but now you actually get a chance to actually do it. But I understand until you can't be, walking in, the eyes are bright, you had to get a job to do, you had things to handle, so curious stuff like a professional. I think that would help me out, the past year or so. I was working those habits, so now it's just second nature. So I think that's a great thing, but that's literally it, like just the transition from being a college student, now you're that guy. You got to handle your business now. So I think that's pretty much it versus anything else.
When you look at your journey, starting at Mount Healthy, not being highly recruited, ending up at Howard, and then making your way here, and just now you got an opportunity to be a professional football player. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it's wild. Like I said, like you grew up, especially the combine, it was something different. I grew up for years, so 6 years old, just wanted to run. Just wanted to run. But now I'm sitting there, I can't run to my shoulder, but still to be able to be there, it's like I did that. And then now, understand too, you still got to be able to stay in place and stay grounded to yourself. But it's definitely something that's like, you look back at it, it's like, dang, I really accomplishing things. But it's not just for me, it's for people at home. I'm actually from the city, so smooth. Also my little sister, my mom, other things too was driving me. So like, it's not just about me, it's about other people too. So that's what drives me, give me where I'm at today.
How much did guys like Wig and D4 kind of pave the way for what you're going through right now?
I think they paved the way a lot, especially with the expectation coming in, of where even the line to draw. That makes sense. So I think me coming in behind them, I'm learning from them, learning how the scheme is. It's just different culture, different even offense we're going against. Learn from them and just about how go about their days. Learn from the coaches, things like that. But they paved the way for sure. I think that since they was able to do the things, it helped me and Hicks out a lot more of knowing what to do, what not to do, what to do more of, things like that. So that's why we end up being one secondary in the country, I believe. So another thing, I'm saying, it don't start with just the person. It don't happen. Even every good meal you have, it don't just happen overnight. It takes a little time to marinate, things like that. So that's pretty much all I got for that one.
Is Hicks missing you yet?
He might miss me. I don't know where he at. He might miss me, but you're not gonna say it. You're not gonna say it. But no, I miss my guy for sure though. And he's definitely playing with him, playing with Little League for sure. So it was a great time to play with him, long step outside him.
You've been to a couple of these as a player, coming and watching guys like Derek.
Yeah.
When you walked in today, were you like, whoa, this is a little different deal?
Yeah, because now you're a visitor.
Well, no, but I mean, there was 3 times, 4 times the people here.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, for sure, I think that, when I first got here, it was the first time I ever come to a actual pro day was last year. Cause at Howard, you didn't get that like
right.
that. So coming in, you know, just watching them, more focused on like them doing good rather than actually like worry about the scouts, whatever it can be. But now coming back, it's like I'm a visitor. It's like, oh, bro, how you been? I was like, yeah, how you been? I just seen you like months ago, but I fucking seen you forever. So it's definitely different. It definitely is a lot more scouts here, which is good. But that just paved the way, you know, what we did for our team this year. But now we got more expectations for those coming behind us. So I'm looking forward to Hicks Pro Day for sure next year. So if I can, I'm trying to make the that if I could. But other than that, that's all I got for that one.
Just come back here and call him old.
Oh, for sure, they can call him old. Yeah, he was my age.
All right, thanks, Bryan.
Cool.
Thanks,
Appreciate you,
No problem.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank